Today I initiated a telephone conversation with the President of the Russian Federation. The result is silence. Although the silence should be in Donbass. Therefore, today I want to address all citizens of Russia. Not as President. I am addressing Russian citizens as a citizen of Ukraine. We share more than 2,000 kilometers of common border with you. Your troops stand along it today. Almost 200,000 soldiers. Thousands of combat vehicles. Your leadership has approved their move into the territory of another country. And this move could be the beginning of a major war on the continent of Europe. What could happen any day now is the talk of the world. The occasion could arise at any moment. Any provocation, any outbreak. An outbreak that could burn everything. They told you that this flame will bring liberation to the people of Ukraine. But the Ukrainian people are free. It remembers its past and builds its own future. Building, not destroying. As they tell you every day on TV. Ukraine in your news and Ukraine in real life are two completely different countries. And the main difference is that ours is our real one. They told you we're Nazis. But how can a nation that gave more than 8 million lives to defeat Nazism support Nazism? How can I be a Nazi? Tell that to my grandfather, who fought the entire war in the infantry of the Soviet army and died a colonel in independent Ukraine. They told you that we hate Russian culture. How can you hate culture? Any culture. Neighbors always enrich each other culturally. But that doesn't make them one. It doesn't dissolve us into you. We are different, but that is no reason to be enemies. We want to define and build our own history. Peacefully, calmly, honestly. They told you I'd order an attack on Donbass. Shoot. Bomb without question. But there are questions. And very simple ones. Shoot at whom? Bomb what? Donetsk? I've been there dozens of times. I've seen the faces, the eyes. Artemovsk? Where I used to walk with my friends. Donbass Arena? Where I cheered with locals for our Ukrainian boys at the Euros. Sherbakov Park? Where we drank together when our boys lost. Lugansk? The house where my best friend's mother lives. The place where my best friend's father is buried? Notice I'm speaking Russian now. But no one in Russia understands what these names, these streets, these surnames, these events are about. It's all foreign to you, unknown. This is our land. This is our history. What will you fight for? And with whom? Many of you have been to Ukraine. Many of you have relatives in Ukraine. Some of you went to Ukrainian universities. Some made friends with Ukrainians. You know our temperament. You know our people. You know our principles. You know what we value. So listen to yourselves. To the voice of reason, to common sense, hear us. The people of Ukraine want peace. The Ukrainian government wants peace. Wants it and does it. It does everything. Everything they can. We are not alone. It's true. Ukraine is supported in this by many countries. Why? Because it's not about peace at any price. It's about peace and principles. It's about justice. It's about international law. The right to self-determination. The right to determine our own future. The right of every society to be safe. And the right of every human being to live free from threats. It's all important to us. It's all important to the world. I know for a fact it's important to you. We know for a fact we don't want war. Not cold, not hot, not hybrid. But if your troops come at us, if they try to take away our country, our freedom, our lives, our children's lives, we will defend ourselves. Not advance, defend. As you step forward, you will see our faces. Not our backs, our faces. War is a great disaster. And that disaster has a heavy price. In every sense of the word. People lose money, reputation, standard of living. They lose their freedom. But most importantly, people lose their close ones. They lose themselves. In war, everything is always in short supply. What's more than enough? Pain, dirt, blood, and death. Thousands. Tens of thousands of deaths. They told you that Ukraine could pose a threat to Russia. It wasn't in the past. Not in the present. It won't be in the future. You demand security guarantees from NATO. And we demand guarantees of our security. The security of Ukraine. From you, from Russia, and from the other guarantors of the Budapest Memorandum. Today we are outside any defense alliances. Ukraine's security is linked to the security of our neighbors. Therefore, today we should talk about the security of the whole of Europe. But our main goal is peace in Ukraine. And the security of our citizens. The Ukrainians. For this purpose, we are ready to talk about it with everyone. Including you. In different formats. On any platforms. War will deprive everyone of guarantees. No one will have security guarantees anymore. Who will suffer the most? People. Who doesn't want it the most? People. Who can prevent it from happening? People. Are these people among you? I'm sure. Public figures, journalists, musicians, actors, athletes, scientists, doctors, bloggers, stand-up comedians, TikTokers, and many others. Ordinary people. Ordinary, common people. Men, women, old people, children, fathers, and, most importantly, mothers. Just like the people in Ukraine. Just like the authorities in Ukraine. No matter how they try to convince you otherwise. I know that this appeal of mine will not be shown on Russian TV. But the citizens of Russia must see it. They must know the truth. And the truth is that it is necessary to stop before it is too late. And if the leadership of Russia does not want to sit down at the table with us for the sake of peace, perhaps it will sit down at the table with you. Do the Russians want war? I would very much like to answer that question. But the answer is only up to you, the citizens of the Russian Federation.